I'm Lisa Malia, breast cancer survivor, mother, daughter, midwife, and founder of For the Love of Cups, a nonprofit organization. These are the 5 things that helped me beat cancer. First, I want to tell you what beating cancer means to me. 5 years ago, my doctors declared me cancer-free. And while I'm grateful for every day of health that I have since maintained that until I can tell my daughters that they no longer have to worry about this disease, I will not be cancer-free. Until my friends stop dying of cancer, none of us are cancer-free. This is why I believe we all need to continue the fight until there's a cure. These are the 5 things that helped me survive after a cancer diagnosis. Number 1, let go. Everybody's journey is different. Let go of the idea and the expectations that you need to handle this in any certain way. Let go of the idea of how this should look or how you should feel. This is your experience, and only you get to define how it goes. Number 2, find a support system. Find one on the internet, find one in your local community. Search until you find a group of survivors that you can relate to. There's so much that can be held in a space where you can share stories and experiences with other people going through the same thing as you are. Accept support from family, from friends, from anybody who offers. It's hard sometimes, I know, as very independent-driven people to accept help and admit that we need help, but I encourage you to let it in. Also, as I said before, in letting go, sometimes we need to let go of the expectation of who we think will show up for us and support us in this time, and be open to new possibilities of people who just want to be there for you. Number 3, self-trust. This might just be the most important thing. You're going to receive so much information and more well-intentioned advice than you ever received before. At the end of the day, it's up to you to make the choices that you know are best for you. Nobody knows your body better than you. There's no guarantees in this journey, and so it's vital that you make decisions that you know that will support you and can give you the most peace when you lay your head to rest each night. Number 4, body forgiveness. Most people, when diagnosed with cancer, feel like their body has failed them in some way. They become further disconnected as a way to cope and get through treatments. Detaching from our bodies and feeling like we don't recognize ourselves anymore, whether it's how we feel or how we look, can be very disruptive to trying to find a way to exist going forward in our lives. I would encourage survivors, and I know it worked well for me, to find a way to learn to communicate with my body with more compassion and care so that I could understand more of what the needs of my body were and be more gentle and kind as I was going through treatments, whether it was taking a little bit of extra time in the bath, what type of nourishment I needed, and just changing the language around the way I spoke to myself and to my body, and understanding that it was doing the very, very best that it could under the circumstances. Number 5, embrace a new way forward. Let this journey be a guide for realigning to your life's purpose and the way that you truly want to exist. Let yourself say yes to all the things you've always wanted to say yes to, and use it as a tool to set boundaries and say no to things that aren't in alignment with those yeses that you want in your life as you move forward and exist in a new way. If you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, I invite you to join us in our support groups for the Warrioresses in the retreatment program. There you'll find workshops, resources, and other people going through this journey too. You can find us at fortheloveofcups.org. If you're on your way to your first mammogram or your 6th mammogram, there's a guide there for you as well. It's called 4 Questions You Need to Ask at Your Mammogram Appointment. I encourage you to download it and bring that information with you and ask your questions to the doctor in charge of your care. Get the answers that you need so that you can feel confident in the screening method that you received and know that you've received the best care possible.